I'm gonna name Jace the Mind Sculptor here. Could be on Blue Moon, could be on Storm, I'm not 100% sure at this point. So we know 4 of the cards in their hand, so sideboarding should be interesting here. This is Blue Moon, things could go over. Oh, is this just the Blue-Red Spirits deck? Okay. I'm really gonna pray then for a 3rd land here, so we can cast Word of Invention on curve. I'm not gonna crack this Mishra's Bauble specifically because of Word of Invention. I would really like to. There we go. Since we're not under a lot of pressure, I think I just want to get this Crucible of Worlds down because it's the heaviest card in my hand, and I'm gonna need to get my hand empty soon. So just play it out on curve, and then next turn, if I need to, I can drop Damping Sphere and Engineered Explosives. That's a good one. So I need to get empty-handed and fast. Lands are always good. Which do I want? They could just remand whatever I play here. Just gonna play this out for 1. See if I can bait the remand now. Because of Spire Bluff Canal. They have 4 cards in hand. I know. Okay, I'm surprised that resolved. I'm just gonna cast this and pass. So we can at least hit our land drops for the next couple of turns. Still not under the most amount of pressure here. It's like I'm taking a bit of damage here. Wow. Am I dead? Well, looks like I'm going to 1. Wow. I can wear for bridge. Sure. Play this. Crack it. Just gonna wear for bridge now. Am I really stabilizing at 1? I I need to pray they don't have a bolt. The problem is this deck plays like 8 lightning bolts, so chances are they draw something very quick. I might have a turn here. Am I dead? Is that aimed at me? Yeah, that's game. Oh well. Alright, so against that deck, what don't I like? Not a fan of any of these or the Pithing Needle. What do I like? They are red, so they've probably got a few ways to deal with things. So they have a lot of activated abilities between Snapcaster Mage, the Lord Wizard. I don't know. Chalice could be a hit or a miss here. Sun Droplet against the aggro deck. I'll bring in the 4th Welding Jar and maybe like 2 Spellskites. Jester's Cap seems a little slow here. They're just a basic aggro deck, so I think I want to trim the high side. I'll consider Padeem. Chalice doesn't exactly seem great here. I might go down to 2 chalices, or 1 chalice for the rest of these Spellskites. Yeah, let's go like this. It actually looks fine. Be able to at least get mostly empty-handed pretty quick. His hand does need a little help, but I'm okay with that. I'm always okay with gaining some life. I'm gonna drop this Crucible now. I think I'm gonna take the draw with Mishra's Bauble during his turn. I'm fine taking 1 here. Get it right back. Let me correct this now. Get the redraw. Expedition Map is good here. think right now I just want to hit my land draw for the turn, so I'm going to crack this map. I'm just going to grab an island here. And then play out this EE for 1. So it gets me 1 blue source closer to playing Weir of Invention. And then I can sack my Engineered Explosives to kill off his 1-drop. And then we can always loop it back, so I imagine he'll play like some Lord here or something. Yep, that's fine. All this thinks of prowess, which is really good. Maybe we want to think about using Chalice in this matchup aggressively to stop the aggro decks from playing their 1 and 2 drops. That could be a thing. It's so good. So what I can do here is I can Tolaria's West here. Wait, no. I don't want to do that. I need a blue here. I can transmute Tolaria West for something. Play it out of the graveyard. It's like Crucible. And then what do I want? I'm thinking I'm gonna grab Chalice here. I'll play this. Unfortunately, that's about all I can do though. I'm thinking I want to try to walk him out of his 2-drops here. Oh, jeez, that's so good. These prowess threats, and then you could play like an Opt or a Lightning Bolt and have me down to like 5 here. 2, 4, 7, 8. Yikes. So I'm gonna crack this. It saves me a point of damage from this guy. I need every point of life I can get here. I need to, I can go fetch an Ensnaring Bridge next turn. Is he not attacking with everything? Oh, okay, there you go. Always take lands. Alright, so if I play this Chalice on 1, it locks him out of Burst Lightning Bolt and Opt, which could stop the prowess for a turn. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't really care. I've got the lands I need. And with Crucible, I'm not concerned about it. Where I do want to take this now is I want to go fetch an Ensnaring Bridge. It'll at least slow him down. And then if I can live long enough, my next target will be a Witchbane Orb. I'll do this on my second main phase. I'm doing this now since he's tapped out, so he can't counter it. mean, I have to stop the attack. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5 here, so any spell he casts is lethal. So I'm gonna pray that I can get some life back with my Inventor's Fair here, get up to a comfortable life total, and then get Witchbane Orb. I would really like to draw another Witchbane Orb here. So now that I've got some mana, what I'm going to start doing is clearing the board. I'm going to sack Engineered Explosives on his turn and put it on top of my library with Academy Ruins. So that gets that, and then playing out the 2 should really hose him, so I don't really have any 2-drops I think I need to worry about, so I'm just going to play this out, immediately sack it. I mean, unless he remands it, then I can always replay it, which I'm fine with. If he wants to use his prowess triggers on his turn, or on my turn, he's more than welcome. So this is just hitting a remand. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I can recast it with Island Opal, sack it, and then his entire board is dead. So I think he's just looking for an answer at this point. Let's try this again. This is a Desperation Remand. Just another one. Okay, I mean, it's not the worst thing. I'm making him use his resources, and I still have enough mana to put it back on top of my library for my next upkeep. So that's, unless I don't see any other lines I can take, I'll do it at his end step. Now that's an interesting choice. Knowing that I'm just going to yield to this. I mean, he knows I can put this back on top, so playing that out, I really don't mind. If this comes out to be a 4-for-1, then once I can get this to resolve, it's probably game. Unless he just wants to spend the next 6 turns absolutely just rebuilding his hand, then sure. But I'm clearing his board right here, so there's pretty much nothing he can do at this point. That's a 4-for-1. I'll take it. Yeah, that's a concession. There's nothing he can do there. He fought pretty good. So with that in mind, I don't really particularly care about Padim here. What I really care about more is locking him out of his spells. If I can lock him out of the 1 and 2, I think that's better. So I'm going to trim a Torpor Orb also for another Chalice here. Against these decks, I'd rather sacrifice one of my own spells and lock him out of his 1 and 2 drops. So I have life gain. I've got 4 mana, basically. Yeah, this is a keep all day. I've got enough mana to cast all my spells, get empty-handed pretty quick. I should be able to get empty-handed by turn 4. That's a good draw. That's a really good draw. I like early spells here. I can actually cast in maybe? No. But that 1 drop was a really good draw. I can ping a creature if I have to. Just delay it. Him not playing anything out here is great for me too. So I'm just going to drop this Chalice on 1 to slow him down. It's going to lock him out of probably a third of his deck, maybe more. Sure. So it's going to take us like 3 turns to get totally empty-handed here, but there's about nothing he can do here. Going to fall to 3 cards in hand, so I don't remember what his 3-drop has, but do I see if I sack this? I've got a 3rd land to play a bridge. Yeah, I'm just going to kill this now. I just want to get spells off the table. I just want to keep him delayed as long as I can to get my hand emptied as soon as possible. So now Max Opal's back on, so I'm not worried about it. I would like a way to protect my Ensnaring Bridge, but this delays him. I mean, this is turn 4 and he has nothing on board, so sure. I would really like to draw another blue source here. I would like to be able to cast my Rare of Invention without having it get stuck in hand. I love Inventor's Fair. Just having it gain life against the aggro decks is where it really shines. So I think I'm just going to drop Bottled Cloister now. I can start casting these relevant spells when I need to, but this way it pretty much guarantees that I get empty-handed immediately. And I have enough spells in hand to... It's not the biggest deal losing these. I think the next one I want to get down is Witchbane Orb. That'll stop any of his burn. Because they can still technically cast the... Oh, no, I'm not sure. If they have a wizard, I think their lightning bolts 5 through 8 technically cost 1. So I think this is my 2nd time playing against this deck, so I'm not exactly sure how this works. He's just... okay. Really? Okay. Sure. Guessing he's finally get to cast all of his 1-drops. I'm totally fine with that. If he's going to destroy a Chalice of the Void over my Ensnaring Bridge, it just lets me draw more into my win counts. I would really like to draw potentially either another Blue Source or Academy Runes here. Either one would be perfectly acceptable by me. Okay, a land is good. That's Blue Source. So, okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is drop this Spellskite. I know I don't need to, but God forbid something happens, I want to get a few more of these spells on board. Now I have some protection for my Ensnaring Bridge. And I'm more than okay paying 2 life to keep their whatever they have in play. Am I gonna regret not, yeah. And that's fine. I get to gain life off of this Tectonic Edge, or the Adventurous Fair here, so he can cast all he wants, he still can't attack. I think now what I want to do is get some other form of defense, like a welding jar with this weir, and then once that's pretty much on the table, this game should be over. Because I'm gonna have protection, gaining life. I want to get this Witchbane Orb down. It should, that'll stop all of his burn action. Could technically transmute that for a welding jar, but I can't do that this turn, so I'll keep it in hand. I can always play it off Crucible next turn. I have the mana to do what I need. Yep, alright, so there we go. Got the hard lock. So we delayed him long enough with the Chalice, and then we